Hello, my name is Shuttler. Welcome back for another episode of Anbennar in EU4 as Zurkanrek. In previous episode, we managed to conquer a decent bit of land from some centaurs that got their independence after the coalition war against the centaurs. It looks like Grombar did also take a bit of land over there and liberated quite a few nations in here, I reckon. Are you? Yeah, you are guaranteed by Grombar. I mean, those are pretty far away from me still overall, so I'm not too worried about that. Our current plan is to vassalize the nation that was liberated over here recently. And if we can pull that off, we can then start maybe getting stronger and stronger enough to vassalize some other nations in here. And if we can sort of just annex everything, peacefully even, then that should be still pretty decent for us. Right, we can get another claim over here, I reckon. No, actually we cannot. Alright, now we can. Oh, and we had a revolt over there, which was immediately crushed. Did cost us a few men, but that's... Oh, where's the next revolt actually going to... Oh, it is down here, okay. It is... Well, it's only 12,000 men, so I'm not too worried about that one. We could get the Diplotech again, but I think... I suppose now it's reduced in cost a little bit, but I suppose we can still wait on that one. So let's just go ahead and develop some more... With the production values would be the highest. I think that'll be fine. But that also increases our trade power and all that. Oh, and there's the revolt, and it is already done. We got all the provinces coring, so that's good. We are still waiting to get... I mean, that would be the interest per annum. We don't have any loans right now, but the monthly autonomy change would be quite nice to get. Land maintenance modifier would be quite nice to get. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to get like one. That's going to unlock the mills, which is actually quite nice. Or one idea, then get the admin tech, then get another idea, and so forth. So it's going to take a while before we complete the idea group. I think it will be still... Oh, fleet returns. Ooh, successfully snuck past. So we didn't get any damage. Acquire some relics. So we get some money and points from that, and we get a decent bit of money as well. Okay, so that means a new manufactory. We could also start building up a new army over here in the north, just in case. First, what we're going to do is we're just going to start by building a bit of infantry. That would be the infantry portion of the 10,000 men. Merchant guilds are really loyal now. Increases trade efficiency for 10 years as well, for 5%. And less corruption. That is actually really fantastic news indeed. Oh, and we get government reform. Electorate. So landholders, that would increase the manpower recovery speed. Citizenry, morale of armies goes up, and that would be quite handy. Board of Admirals. Naval leader 5+1. Yearly Republican tradition goes down half a point per year. Naval tradition from battles goes up, and maximum absolutism goes up by 10. So that would, if we want to get absolutism, that would be quite handy. General. Oh, a general becomes a ruler when the... Oh, right, so this would be the admirals become a ruler. Yeah. Cannot become a dictatorship. So, yearly army tradition, land leader shock, max absolutism, and then dynastic rule. As consuls, allows royal marriage. Elections only occur when ruler dies. I think we're going to go with the citizenry, though, for the extra morale of armies. I mean, our troops are still already pretty darn good. Let's actually have a look. I know that Grombar is probably going to be fairly strong. But in morale of armies, we are currently the leader of what we know. Of course, some of the others might not have their full maintenance, like Grombar over here. Well, actually, Grombar does have their full maintenance on. But they've increased serfdom, so that's bad for them. Discipline-wise, we're not too bad. Siege ability is not too bad either. Defensiveness were not even on the list or the first page here. And professionalism, we got the highest that we know of. Tradition, we're pretty high in there. But not the highest. I suppose we should also do a bit of drilling. Is there a... There's not going to be a rebellion over there right now. So just going to drill that one. At least. And this one doesn't have a leader. And I don't think we can... We could actually have another leader now. Alright, let's do that then. 4431. Okay, that's pretty decent. And do a little bit of... Actually, is there rebellions in here? Potentially? Maybe. I mean, it's probably not that... Well, it's 50% right now. We can probably wait another year or two. Or maybe 3 years. To get rid of that one. Ooh. There's a bit of loyalty and influence. That's probably alright. Maybe a little bit less money for us, but I think we can live with that. Now, is everyone's somewhat loyal, so I can seize more land. And then I suppose I could some of the diet to increase the something. Base tax to level 5, nobility wants Markiv as subject. I don't think we can declare war on them is the problem. And you want a marketplace in Aragat Sieg. Okay, that is actually probably something that we can do. Where is that? Oh, it's that one. Alright. Well, let's get on with it then. That's gonna be an easy mission to do. Ah, we got our infantry in the north now, so let's just combine these into one army. I just want to have some troops in the north here as well, in case there's some rebellions or something like that that we need to deal with. Although that might not be large enough to deal with the rebellions, let's be honest, but it's probably better than nothing. And if we can get a little bit drill for this army as well, that'd be quite nice. There we go, so we can get the admin idea. Or economic idea, at least one more step in there. There's still 3 more before we complete this. And we do want to get that done in due time, but right now it's probably best to start saving up for the metallurgy research. Ah, there we go, we got the conversion done over here, so let's just go ahead and take away this edict. And we can put it in here instead. I mean, we could have it on both places at the same time, but we're not going to be converting more than one province at a time anyway, so we don't need to keep it in multiple places. There we go, another core done. Shade granaries expired. Okay, that's something that we could probably do once more. Shade granaries. We will lose some points for this, though. So we need to... Oh, but with the crisis mode, I don't think that we can send into Russian merchants. Yeah, trade is a lot better for us than the extra taxation. I mean, we do have 148% tax modifier, to be fair. So that's... Or not tax, trade efficiency modifier in here. So that's pretty darn high. We also make a fortune from the trade by now. You know what we're going to do is we're going to save up the money now for the world trade, or the level 3 center of trade over here in our capital. Because we probably should have done that ages ago, let's be honest. Freedom of press. I suppose we can get a little bit unrest. It's probably not going to be that bad. Another coring done. And that's progressing quite nicely there. Losing the great power stages, okay. Oh, but now we could get the Diplotech again. Do we want to get that, or do we want to invest a little bit? We're still 4 years ahead of time, so I suppose we could just invest a little bit more into the development. There we go, that should increase... actually, it's also... We increased this one by 2 levels, so that increases production a lot. That's probably going to be very, very valuable. Oh no, we lost a claim over here. Probably going to be losing all of these claims soon enough. And we can't declare war on them, so that's a bit of a problem. At least you are guaranteeing nations that we might be attacking. Hey, there we go, we completed the mission as well. Right, so if I wanted to attack this one... No, you're not guaranteed by anyone. You're not guaranteed by anyone. Who was it that? Hold on, who are you guaranteeing then? Golden Tremor and Cloudbane, okay. So these two, oh. Okay. Right, so we don't have the best of relations, or high enough relations yet to vassalize you. But I'm pretty sure that you will take the vassalization as soon as you are able to. Suppose we could recall the diplomat from there. So now we just... I suppose we would give them a gift. Oh, wait, we are still a great power. We can influence them. It's going to cost us 60 ducats, but that's not too bad. And then next month we can vassalize them. And then in about 10 years we can start annexing them. Okay, ourselves a little bit more influence in here. There we go, we've got a vassal again. It's been a while since we had the previous one down there. Civilization of nations expired. Right, so we did get this one already colonized. How is that one? Well, it's not really all there yet. Where's the potential for revolution? Oh, it's down there, okay. And over there, okay. So we only got 2 provinces that we need to really guard right now with, or do the rebel suppression in. And this one's getting a pretty good amount of drill. It's still reducing the revolt risk over here, even though it's not actually doing the suppression right now, which really helps us actually. Right, so we're about 330 ducats, or 340 ducats, technically speaking, away from... Okay, now 300 ducats away from getting the level 3 center of trade here. Now it would be offering the Diplotech once again. I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit more points on development. Because one, development also allows us to sort of stay as a great power, perhaps. No, we're still losing it. Just about. But only by 3 points. Alright, then I mean, we do get a little bit from there, I guess. So that does help. Division in the council. Oh, we lose a bit of mill points. Alright then, that's unfortunate. But we'll have to live with that. So we've got truce with them for another... Actually, do we have truce with them still? The Centaurs? No, we don't. Oh, how strong are they now? We've got 13,000 men, so not really. Not really all that strong, I should say. Okay, I could do another war against them. Ooh, actually, are you... No, you don't have a claim there. And you don't have a claim over there, so you don't have claims on anyone, do you? No, not really. They got independence CB against me and the Anti-Monstrous Coalition. Or a thingy against the Centaurs, but that's about it. I mean, if we do want to have another war against the Centaurs, we could probably do that. The problem is that it's going to take us a lot of admin points to core everything right now. And we're still waiting to get some more for the tech and the ideas and all that. So, I don't know. Oh, but these two provinces are something that I might want to get. But let's wait for the Centaur trade before we even plan the war too much. Because we are going to have to... Or we want to get that done before the war. Because that would be... Or should be pretty good modifiers from there. I don't remember the exact modifiers from the World Trade Centers, but it should be pretty decent. Ah, 2 more months and we'll have that. We'll be able to see the modifiers. So if we do have about a bit of a look at these standings still, we are still normal standing. What about our vassal over here? Oh, right, the vassal. They're sword faction as well. Is there anyone else that might be willing to become a vassal now? Nightmare? Oh, and you would be... Okay. Interesting. So I could... Ooh, do you have claims over here? You do have these cores. Okay, if I was to vassalize you, I'm going to ally you. I know that it's going to take us a bit over the diplomacy right now. Impressed with... has impressed many in the country with productivity and capable leadership skills, as well as his efforts to fit in the Zurkanrek core. However, it would seem that he has not cut all ties with his countrymen in Vassals. He's been pushing for better relations with his homeland and offered to leverage his contrast in the core to push the Punjabia to adopt a more friendly position towards us. Sure, I guess. Right, so we've allied you. We'll improve relations with you shortly. If I could vassalize you, I mean, it's really close. They are a city. Right, so they're probably a decent... But, like, if I could vassalize you, then in the war against the Centaurs, I could return these to them. And that would be then another vassal that we can annex later on. We could also take a bit of land there. So yeah, this is a solid plan. Oh, we could get the autonomy reduction there, or we can just save the points for the admin tech. Although, I suppose if we take another idea, it is going to be slightly cheaper to get that. I suppose we could... how much is that? That's the... Production efficiency. Okay, the production efficiency is going to be quite a good idea for us. And I think next month, now in January, we're going to take the... Oh, well, there's the revolution down south. That's good. So we are going to take the Diplotech now. I know that we're paying a fair bit of extra for it still, but that will still be quite useful, I reckon. And now we could just go ahead and improve it. Let's actually have a look at the reduced cost. Anything over here that would be... that could be quite good. Get to level 10 at least. Or total 10 development, that one. And over here we could maybe use a bit of manpower as well as production. Oh, we don't have the points for that one, alright. So that's a bit more or rather a bit more development overall. Are we now close to the great powers again? We are fairly close. And there we go, that revolution has been dealt with. So I suppose once we get in there, I'm just going to start drilling the army. That might mean a little bit more unrest in here, but it's not really that bad. So we could get the... Oh, right, these were the former vassals. Although I don't think it was... I don't actually remember what the name was. But anyway, the one that we tried to improve relations through the advisor. Okay, so now we're 2 years ahead of time with the admin tech. We should probably just save the points to get that one done sooner. We are getting the points back fairly quickly as well, so it should be fairly quick process overall. Unpopular mathematician. I'm going to take the prestige and Republican tradition right now. So what did we have Oh yeah, this leader is someone that we might want to keep. Because the aggressive expansion reduction. Although if we can get a coalition war between us and the rest of the Federation, that could also possibly work in expanding further in there. Cashley is still the leader of the Federation. And we can purchase the last ability. I mean, we've been fairly successful in this era, that's for sure. And expanding a lot as well. Oh, right, we got the money. I forgot to do the send-off trade. I mean, it wasn't that much behind in what was supposed to be. Right, so yeah, it does... All provinces in area, local development cost goes down, sailor modifier, possible number of buildings goes up. That's quite handy. Oh, now this one... Oh, right, we need to have a bit more. I don't know, it's going to be a bit... Oh, right, we've unlocked the better barracks, haven't we? Yeah, the training fields. Because that would probably be a pretty decent place. That's also a pretty decent place for it. Get a lot of extra manpower. And I think the next thing that we're going to use our money for is get another manufactory somewhere. Need to keep those come along slowly but surely to increase our production and also the trade value of the provinces and all that. So losing the great power status once again. I don't suppose there's any... Oh, actually. Go ahead and... No, we don't have the money to upgrade this one. Never mind. Oh, it's 250. That's a bit more expensive than I was expecting it to be. But, you know, we're getting as much money per month as we're paying for our army maintenance, so it's not too bad, income-wise. I suppose we could actually go ahead and recall the colonists from there and send it over here instead. So we can do the colonies slightly faster. It's not going to be a massive impact there, but, you know, it's still better than nothing. And we got the money definitely for that. How much do we have room for new ships, by the way? Oh, we could have a decent bit more. First what we could... Oh, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and get a couple more galleys in here. So we'll have 20 combat ships and 20 transports in here. That should be pretty decent fleet overall. Are you still fighting a war? No, you're not fighting a war right now. But we're trying to get this as a vassal first before we declare any wars. I could probably offer you some military access, so that will make you like me a bit more. I could probably influence you as well. That'd be another 25. We are improving relations with you already. We can get another 30 from that. And if we influence... Okay, so if we influence them now, it's probably going to start wearing down slowly, but it's not going to be too bad. Election, we're going to hold on to this one. It's going to cost us quite a bit on Republican tradition, but at the same time, this seems to be a pretty good leader. So it's a good idea to hold on to it for the time being. So, if we were to give... Trade favors to trust, I suppose. How much favors do we have already? 10. Alright. If we increase the trust, I suppose it doesn't increase the relations directly, but it does mean that we got a bit more sort of maneuverability in terms of the modifiers in here, and they should still accept being vassalized. Right, economic action. Let's go ahead and give them a gift. How much do we need to give? If we give 50 ducats, that will already be the 25 that we need. Oh, actually a bit more than what we need. And then next month we can vassalize it. There we go. So we've got 2 vassals. Who else is there? Or rather, is there anyone else that we could perhaps vassalize? Nightmares. Right, so is this one anywhere near over here? Probably not, because I reckon we've got some cores of theirs or something. Yeah, we do. So you know what, I'm just gonna break that alliance then. As soon as we've got the diplomat free. So we've got the second vassal now, right? Yes, we do. So that means that we can probably do the war against the centaurs now. So let's just go ahead and stop the drills. We didn't necessarily get that much actual drilling done, but it'll probably be good enough. And I suppose we could start upgrading or increasing the size of this army a little bit further. So it will be able to deal with some of the rebellions if need be. Then I think what we'll do is we'll move in the fleet down here already, so we can block the passage through there. once the war starts. Let's just wait for another 2 months, I reckon, before we start the war. So that we can get the... Oh, right, we're building the galleys over here, I forgot. Right, well, let's just wait until we get the galleys linked up to the rest of the fleet then, I suppose. It'll be another 3 months for that. Plus the transport, or travel time rather, so probably 4 months. That's one in there already, and then the other one is being built there right now, so that'll be done soon enough. And the Northern Army, or the Home Army, let's just call it that for the time being, is also getting a bit of stuff in the meanwhile. So it will be stronger and thus capable of dealing with the enemies, maybe. Ah, there we go, we can get the admin tech. Level 16. We'll keep the bonus at least from all of that, and I suppose, do we have the money to get another manufactory? We do. I'm gonna get that one. Seems like it would be quite valuable. Right, so the fleet should be ready fairly shortly. There we go. Let's just step out there. And let's go ahead and declare another war, shall we? So if we take the anti-monstrous conquest. So minus 50% accuracy expansion. It is still 100% cost. But we can get the provinces and monetary things in there. So I think that is what we're going to do. They don't have any troops there, do they? Probably not, but we can stop the suppression there. We could probably go ahead and just autonomously siege down all of that real quick. With the army, we've got our fleet over here. We'll probably slow down a little bit, and I suppose, is there... So who are we fighting exactly? It's just the Centaurs, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so we can just step on to the other side, siege down that one. We've got the fleet over here, so we should be able to do the naval barrage for free for that siege. So that is going to speed up the siege quite a bit. Oh, I guess we're going to take mercantilism. I don't want to get rid of the trader, because I'm pretty sure we did spend quite a bit of money to upgrade it to level 3. So we'll hold on to that one. We've got really good spy network in the territory as well. Oh, okay. I don't want to lose morale of armies. Nobility is already fairly loyal overall, so I suppose we can do that one. Let's just go ahead and send this one back home. Oh, right, we're going to get the transports in here, aren't we? We started sieging down to the south there, and over here. So how much of an army do they have? 19,000, okay, it's not the worst. If they can get all their troops in here. Oh, wow. Oh, our transport vacated the region. Okay, that's what happened. This is mostly to transport the troops over to there. And after that, we can send the fleet back to locate that. Provide the sort of strength required. Should be there soon. And we've got another siege down here, so that's already 3 done. Is there another place for workshop that way? Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. More money. I will give control of these to the latest vassal that we have. For sure, and then we've got another vassal over here already sitting down. Or the first vassal, or the earlier vassal, let's just say, that we got. So let's give control of this to you. I suppose we could go there. We are still allied to the leader of the Federation, so we could probably just ask for military access from them. So we don't need to use the transport for that again. And let's send in our fleet over here once more. And the siege is probably going to be over before we get there. Or if it's not, then it will be over once we get there. I'm going to take the money. And the trial. Oh, I'm going to pay a little bit points, actually, to get the tradition up a little bit. There we go. All of this has been sieged down. It's time to go down this way. And start sieging down this area, I reckon. There we go. 113 days and the siege is over. We haven't fought their armies yet, or their fleets for that matter, but we started sieging down a lot of stuff. So it's still pretty decent overall. And once we siege down this one... Oh, right, we don't have the fleet there right now, do we? No, but we could send the fleet there for a brief moment. Get that siege done. We're going to get the naval barrage in and all that. And it will be done soon enough, I reckon. We got the mill and a trade station underway. Oh, there's a bit of a naval battle in here. It's going to go towards the fort, I reckon. We've got the fort over here already, so they won't be able to get through. Oh, right, so they... Oh, we're going to push them out again. Did we get the... Right, let's get the barrage in here. If I'm leading the siege, I am, technically speaking, not, but since it's a vassal, I can still do these things. Oh, disease outbreak. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Let's get to the port there. Or the fort, rather, which means that we're going to push out their fleet once again. Oh, they got the 18,000 men down here. Alright, then. Let's go ahead and bring... Oh, actually, can we... We can get close, but I don't think we can actually go ahead and get in there without the fleet's help. As well as what I could do, I could just separate the transport fleet over here. We got the ships from there. So we can get the siege done still. We can get some troops here to help defend. Right, well, that's port on the correct side. The power of the fleet. Recover Navy morale speed plus 10% for 10 years, alright. That's quite handy. So they got, what, is that the entire army? Well, almost. They got another 1,000 men somewhere that they're building up, but that's about it. So once we transported these troops in, what we'll do is we'll send these ships out there again. The siege should be done fairly shortly anyway, so we can probably just go ahead. Nope, it's not over yet. I'm going to switch the battle fleet from here to start blockading that. To get a little bit more progress down there. Oh, and no, we spotted the enemy spy network. Alright. Come on, get the siege done. We need it completed. There we go. Oh, it went to the vessel already, good. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this army here as well. Deliver the troops. Oh, they are retreating with the army. We've got a bit of troops there, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but regardless, we're going to sink down some of their ships here, no doubt. They had a... Oh, we captured one of their light ships. Alright. Let's go ahead and take the light ship out of there. Send it to the fort there. Oh, that's where they got their troops. Well, in that case, how about we just transport them over there instead? We'll have the troops from the north arriving, hopefully, to assist there. Right, we caught them off guard. We've got fairly good troops. We've got pretty disciplined as well, and there we... Oh, wow, we stack wiped them. Well, that's gonna hurt. Alright then, let's just go ahead in here. I suppose we could just send this back to repair for a month or two. And then we've got the one army down here, which could start just autonomously sieging down all of this. I suppose you could also autonomously siege down that one. And you can... Well, we already sieged most of this. I suppose we'll give that some manual orders then. But that's the transport ships. They're not really needed right now. I suppose we could just collect them, or collect all the fleets in here. Maybe not the trade ship, but these will be done repairing next month. That'll be quite nice. And we've got another couple of sieges done. This should be moved out by now. So that was the army that did the landing. And we've gotten some war score from the combats. Nothing massive, mind you, but a little bit. They do have the army over there, which is causing us some minor inconveniences for us, but it's not too bad. So the capital is still, presumably, yeah, it is still all the way to the back there. Alright then. Looks like the sieges are going quite fine. You know what, I'm just going to give this autonomous sieging as well. How about you just siege down all of that and that? We've got a decent bit of money, not enough to build another manufactory though, but we're going to get that soon enough, I reckon. Do we have enough, well, I suppose we could still build the extra cannon over here. Oh, there we go, we found some wool over on this colony here. But yeah, the sieging is actually working quite nicely in here right now. Oh, where are you going? Oh, did I not give you the... Oh, hold on a minute. You're just moving back to the area that I gave you the order from, didn't you? In that case, I'm just going to go to the fort. That'll speed up things a little bit. And have you done your job? You have, I reckon. Yeah, alright. I'm just going to give you orders to start moving towards the enemy capital then. And this one's going to go for the fort there. Good. They got that 1,000 men over there. I mean, it's not going to be enough to siege down any of the forts in here. And that's going to keep most of the southern pocket that we have here free of the enemies. At least to some degree. But I suppose we do still need to... Once we siege down this fort, we could send in an army to clear that one out. And so, once again... But we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.